Alright, guys. Be 11. Maybe. Stream's taking a while to show up on my end, but either way, we are back. Trying to get everything up. But, yeah, season's done. I mean, it's over. I mean, to be fair, like, it was pretty much over, like, a couple weeks ago, but, like, completely done. Like, I feel like I can just straight up tell you how this finale is playing out. Like, I feel like it's over. Like, the season's done. Like, I mean, like, again, they're really hyping up the finale to where, like, maybe something crazy happens. Yeah, 100%. Alright, this is what's gonna happen. Yeah, that's essentially what's, yeah. Maria's out at 5. Easy vote. Ben's out in fire making against Kenzie. Kenzie wins near unanimously, at the end. Charlie probably gets Maria's vote. I think it's done. Like, I think the season's over. I would be very shocked if I'm wrong at this point. Like, I just feel like everything lines up too perfectly right now. I don't think this is Survivor 43 part 2. Because the thing is, on Survivor 43, no one had to edit as good as Q's. By the way, oh yeah, I forgot, we haven't talked about the Australian Survivor. Yeah, okay, this is the thing. Okay, I actually, this is the thing I noticed. So yeah, we like, what was it? I think it was even last stream. We were talking about, like, what spoilers are out there. And, again, it's been talked about that there's, like, a shot that spoils something. Yeah, I had not seen it. Like, I didn't really care enough about the preseason of this season to, like, really analyze everything. However, I think it was, like, Monday night when I'm working on my Survivor review, I literally went back and watched the initial trailer, the one that came out in the 45 finale. Just because, like, I wanted to see, like, how, like, these people, like, how I perceived them before the season started. And, like, literally in there, you see the shot. It's literally a shot of the legs of Kenzie. Who is it? Kenzie, Liz, Ben, and Maria. And like, once I saw it, I was like, oh shit, that's what people are talking about. like how did that make the edit? And like, that's the exact same shot we got in the finale, or in the preview for the finale of this episode, where obviously now we see that, like, Charlie is also there. But like, that's insane that made the cut. Like, how did that not get, how'd they not, catch on to that? Which I guess at the end of the day, again, like, how are you really gonna notice that unless you're, like, really doing a deep dive into the trailer? Where, again, like, I didn't see it the first time, around. But, like, still, that's insane, that I actually stayed there. Yeah, we'll talk about Australian Survivor. I'm very much debating on if I should do a video on it. I'm leaning towards no. Mainly because I've already, like, essentially my casting video. So I did a casting video last year, literally for this theme of Australia versus USA. And I, like, went back and watched that video, and, like, that's pretty much just what I would say. Like, obviously, like, and the thing is, like, that's tough about this too, is that, like, we just don't know, really, with US people. Like, I don't think there's even a point in, like, going through the US people that can come back, because I don't know, like, we don't know how production is thinking. There's nothing to really gauge there. Like, Australian Survivor returnees, that I could discuss a bit more. But, yeah, in terms of, like, US returnees, there's not much to say outside of, ideally, like, Johnny Fairplay will be there. Maybe Richard Hatch. Again, some of these people that we're never going to see on US again. But, yeah, I mean, like, not much to say on the US front. Interesting stuff in terms of, like, the fact that we're getting 2 seasons next year, which, fuck, but it's gonna be fun, but, like, still fuck. But yeah, I mean, like, we're getting all newbies, Brain versus Brawn 2, which, whatever. Like, really, to me, it's like, this is the, like, reason why themes suck. Like, again, like, I know people do talk about how, like, Survivor, you guys should get themes back, and, like, Australia does it right by having themes, and it's like, no, I don't think they do. Again, it's fucking dumb that we're doing Brains vs. Brawn 2 again. Like, we're literally just doing the same theme again. Again, like, literally, like, we're at the point where, like, what, 2 themes have been done twice in the first 10 seasons? But, yeah, I mean, like, whatever. Like, it's, like, it doesn't matter is the great, like, I don't care that much, but like it's also like not a good thing either to me. But when it comes to yeah, season 11, or again, that's the thing, like, is it even going to be a proper season? Because, like, we know it's a shorter season, which makes sense. Obviously, again, it would be very difficult to get, like, some of these big names from the US to play a 55-day game. Or 50-day. Oh, actually, no, it's 47 now, right? Either way. And even, like, to get Australian people back, I think it's tough. Again, like, we know that, like, production struggled to get returnees for Heroes vs. Villains. Like, I would not be shocked if they just simply can't even do an all-star season, which is the reason why they're doing this. But, yeah, I mean, like, is it going to be an official season? Is it just going to be a full-on spin-off? I guess we'll have to see, but, yeah, again, fun, exciting. Funny that it's going to be literally a year before Survivor 50, which also makes it really interesting because, like, how are they going to, like, deal with that? Like, are they going to have people, like, are people that are thinking that they're going to be on 50, are they going to accept AU? Are there going to be people that turn down AU because they want to be on 50? Like, how's that going to work? Anyway, I don't know where Q is in the play rank. I haven't really thought about it. I think he will probably just be 6 by the end. Where, like, I think Q's like an interesting player where, like, actually, I might as well just start this battle, right? But yeah, I think Q's like a really interesting player where, like, he had, like, a lot of control throughout many portions of this game, but then his end game, obviously, like, it's like he loses control in the end game, but a lot of that's, like, on his own doing. Like, he, like actively sabotages his own game, but not because of game reasons, though. It's because of his own ego and him needing to, like, him feeling like he has the weight of the world on his shoulders and that he should take the fall for, like, his team losing. And it's a weird, like, thing to process when, like, assessing the game. Now, at the end of the day, I think he would do that most times. To where, like, again, it's still something to definitely knock from his game. But again, the fact that he was able to recover from that, gets picked up by Maria. Again, if he doesn't get taken out here, he's guaranteed Final Four. Again, like, it's not that bad of a game. I mean, like, obviously, he has no win equity. That's obviously a big thing. Or at least presumed to have no win equity. I mean, we assume that. Venus claims that she thought he could win, which is the reason why they were still targeting him. But yeah, again, I think it's a tough game to assess. I think so. Straight up, I've recorded the player ranking up to number 7 already. Before last night I did. Because I was like looking at the list. I was looking at the final 6, and I feel like the final 6 are the top 6. So I recorded it. Obviously, like, I'm still leaving it open to where, like, I could re-record it and that sort of thing. But I think that's probably what it's gonna be. I feel like the top 6 is just gonna be the top 6. And I think Q probably will end up landing at 6. Is probably what it will be. I assume Liz will probably be 5th. After that's a bit rockier. Yeah, at that point it's actually kind of difficult. I mean, like, Charlie is probably almost definitely number 1. Like, I think it would be tough for him to not be number 1 at this point. Like, he would have to make a pretty big mistake in the finale. Benching 5, I disagree. The thing is, I think Ben's game is, like, being a bit slept on. Where, like, Ben's, like, been... I just realized, did I trap myself? I did, didn't I? Alright, well, that's actually really stupid. I think the question, though, is can Ben win the game? I think that's the thing that's going to be this big determining factor for me on Ben. Yeah, that's insane. Like, Ben... Ben having, like, actually voted incorrectly, that's genuinely insane. Like, I don't know how. Like, how'd you... Like, obviously, he explains it and everything, but, like, still. Ulcers 4, it was fine. It was whatever. Like, it's been a, like, fine season so far, but I just feel like there's, like, better shows going on around it. Yeah, not a split vote, so there we go. I make a joke about that in the review as well, by the way. Because by the time I So I recorded episode 11 as part of the review yesterday, and by that point I already saw the secret scene, which like was Ben talking about how it was a mistake and everything. Thoughts on Brad's run? It sucked. Like, it wasn't good. Yeah, it seems like Brad's just like kind of out of it. Thinking this was like a while back though. Out of Kenzie 2, maybe 1. I wouldn't have her 1 for sure. Like, the thing is, I don't think Kenzie's game is that good. It's not like terrible, but it's not that good either. Like, I feel like it's a very like, I don't know, it's kind of like a bottom middle tier game for me right now. Now again, we'll see what happens in the finale and how everything plays out, but I don't look at Kenzie as that great of a player. Or I shouldn't say that. I don't look at her game as that great of a game. I think Kenzie is like a very capable player. I think she is someone that probably, again, I don't love her strategic thoughts at points. I don't love her like wanting to go for Tiffany at the final 9. I think even her going for Q is pretty dumb. Like, I don't agree with like how she like maneuvers through the game, but again, it's working for her, and I think she is very good socially, which is like the thing that really matters here with her game. Okay, so not what I meant to do. Struggle between Maria and Charlie. I think Charlie has a big edge for me. It's not even close. Like, I think Charlie's by far number 1. It's not even, like, again, we've seen just so many times where when Charlie and Maria are discussing what they want to do, Charlie gets his way. Like, that was, like, pretty much every single time for first, like, half of the game. Like, I think the argument would be the fact that I do think Maria was better positioned in the game. But I think the way they actually, like, navigated through the game was a lot more impressive from Charlie's end. Didn't do a finale. Played out exactly like I thought. Was not surprised in the slightest. I thought it was like very lame, the final challenge of them having to like just hold on to the ropes and go like, I don't know, just go to the center. Like, that was pretty dumb. Was boring host. If you, I could not even tell you the difference between 2 UK hosts. Yeah, Maria makes a lot of moves that I don't think are in her best interest. Well, I feel like Charlie, for the most part, I'm trying to think, like, is there a move that I disagree with from Charlie's end?
Alright, let's do this.
Does that work? Oh, that's good enough. This is the first season where no one for the season makes my top 10 new era players. I think Charlie would probably make it. Kenzie would be on the border. Maria would be in, again, the conversation probably. But yeah, I think Charlie's pretty much the only like definite one. I think oh, I forgot about that. I was gonna put that in the title. God damn it. Oh well. Yeah, I think Q's locked for 50. Again, having just listened to On Fire podcast, like Jeff goes on to really praise Q. So yeah, I think Q's on 50, if I were to guess. Oh, I can't. Okay, well, that's kind of dumb. Kenzie wins. She's better than Marianne. Is she though? I think they're about the same. I think Marianne has like a bigger like individual move to her name. Yeah, I think it's like I think Kenzie is probably slightly better than Marianne. Yeah, I thought this was a good recovery week for her, even though again I think at the end of the day it's like is targeting Q the optimal path for her? Questionable. I mean, I'm much lower on Marianne than most people. I don't think Marianne's that good of a player. Actually, really, like, I genuinely don't think Marianne is a good player, really. I think Kenzie's definitely a better player than Marianne. I think their games are like, again, they're not that far apart. Like they're pretty similar. Where like they were never like really part of like a core grouping. Actually, that's kind of the insane thing about this season. Actually, is that I don't feel like were there any like true like solid alliances? Like was Kenzie ever in a actual like real alliance? Like she never was, right? Like she had the like group with yeah, she wasn't into six. That's what I'm saying. Again, she had the relationship with Tiffany. Again, like I guess the Yanu through just by like by the sense that like they were the three Yanus to get the merge, but again, Q was never loyal to that. Again, like she never has like an actual like real alliance in the game, which is like kind of insane. And like again, that goes for this entire season. Like I mean, like I don't think Liz really had an alliance outside of her like original tribe, which again crumbles almost instantly. Like again, the Journey 6 seemed to be the only real alliance in the post-merge. And like to be fair, obviously like there probably were alliances. We just didn't see them. Which actually is also like an interesting thing about Kenzie's edit too, is that we do get a lot of like her like bonding with people just as they go home. Like we had that with Hunter and we had that with Venus, which I noticed. Where it's like that's kind of like a weird like quirk of her edit. Journey 6 wasn't real. I mean, depends on who you. Well, actually, yeah. Like really, it was only real for Q, wasn't it? And like maybe Tevin. But yeah, from like Hunter's point of view, he was always targeting Sega. From Tim's point of view, actually, it was real for Maria initially, at least. Where Maria explicitly says like once Charlie enters the alliance that she's like wanting to go to Final Six with them. But 5-3 Kenzie. Who were the three? They get tie at Final Trial responsible. I think the only way it's possible is if the final three is somehow Kenzie, Charlie, Ben. I think that's the only path. Where like that would be a position where like it would make a lot of sense if Ben is the tiebreaker and votes for Kenzie. I think that's the only possible way it's a tie.
Better get ready.
But realistically, I don't think it will be a tie.
Let's get in there.
Let's see. I'm expecting a shutout. If it's not a shutout, I think it makes no sense. And not obviously not near like exactly unanimous, but I think it'll be 7-1. I think the only vote that that Kenzie doesn't get is Maria. Again, like her entire storyline makes no sense if she doesn't get that. Like literally, the premiere explicitly says that no matter who you're up against, you will have no chance to win, and it cuts to Kenzie. It's like I feel like that's not a thing you would say about someone that just barely squeaks out the win. By the way, also, like doing this review, it's insane how obvious Kenzie is as a winner. Which, like, again, makes me think, like, it's just too obvious. But it's like, we're at the point now where, like, it has to be it, right? Like, how is it not Kenzie at this point? I don't get where it goes wrong for Charlie. It already has. Like, the edits, like, constantly screamed out the fact that Charlie can't win. Or, like, can't win. Has no respect from the jury, I think is the more thing. Like, this one episode, we did get, like, Q and Maria talking about how, like, Charlie's a threat at the end, whatever. But, like, that's never reciprocated by anybody else. Like, literally, like, last episode, Kenzie called him the Jester. Like, I think it's been reiterated many times that, like, Charlie is not that respected by this jury. I think Jam Jam was more obvious than Kenzie. I think with Jam Jam, though, there was Carolyn, who was, like, at least a good enough backup. I don't even think there's a backup here.
What to do here?
And I don't think there has been a backup for, like, 3 or 4 weeks at this point. I already talked about Deal No Good finale. Yeah, Kenzie literally called him a dog this episode too. It's also a thing. And then this episode, Charlie has a hot girlfriend. I mean, sure. Yeah. I do find it really funny that Anthony and Victoria are still beefing. um, and yeah, I knew this was what it was going to be. I promise you won against Lexus. I do not believe this for a single fucking second. Considering, like, Tola has literally come out of the show and said that, yeah, I was tricked by Victoria to think that, like, Anthony was, like, really against me the entire time and to never vote for Anthony. It's like, this person's not fucking voting for Anthony to win the game. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You would have voted for Anthony. When you realize Charlie's girlfriend's just Kenzie? Is that the case? Kenzie isn't pregnant. She's playing Batman. Wait, what? Do I see the backup plan? Yeah, I think that's probably what it would be. Is Australia versus the world. Which would make sense for Australia, too, because they do have, like, Survivor SA is aired there. So it would make a little bit of sense, I guess. Is Venus better than Tim? I decided no. I actually, like, it was so close. I literally changed it mid-recording. I had Venus above Tim, and then I recorded it, and I was talking through Tim, and I was like, nah, I think Tim's better. He's trying to make Anthony feel bad for his move, yeah. I think the runner-ups for the season might be decent, at least. Again, if Charlie's a runner-up, then obviously, that is good. Like, he's a good runner-up. Liz is whatever. Liz is fine. Liz isn't bad. Where again, if Liz were to go on to win, like, she's not that bad of a winner. To get Turbo and Emmanuel, I don't think that they'll go that far. I think they'll do US, SA, maybe NZ, maybe. I don't think they'll go to, like, non-English speaking countries. How long's the 46 review? What an interesting question. I barely edited it. I'm so far behind. I've been so busy recently. I was, like, really busy today, pretty much all day, until, like, 6 o'clock. Then worked yesterday. Had, like, what I have? Oh, and Monday I went, like, Monday I was also busy for first, like, half of the day. I haven't had much time. For, like, I've literally only edited through, I just got to the journey in episode 1. Mind you, I expect the review to be the same as 45. I've not had time to watch Quebec either. I've watched a couple episodes. I've not got caught up yet, though. I just got to the Denise vote. That's the last thing I've seen. I've seen Last of Us 2 pictures. There's not much to say. I mean, it's Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal looking like part 2 Joel and Ellie, kind of. Pedro Pascal more so. But, I don't know. There's not much to really say about it. Did you watch the Merge episode? Yeah, I remember you saying the Merge episode's good. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm interested in seeing who comes back from exile. Here's nowhere Amber is the ranking of my All-Stars. I mean, you'll see on Wednesday. I believe she's 2, right? Like, I don't think it's that interesting of an answer, really. Don't hate the player? Potentially. It's on my list of shows that happen. Only 10 legs for Mace vs. Canada with 14th now. Isn't that the, like, isn't 10 legs the norm for Canada? Which one am I looking more forward to, Palau or Guatemala? Actually rewatching, I think I'll have more fun with Guatemala, but I think Palau is the one I need to rewatch more. Again, like, why would Amber be better than Jenna, Rupert, or Big Tom? Like, I don't even think there's really an argument why she would be better than them. Or why she wouldn't be better than them. Like, again, All-Stars is one where, like, she's just so clearly number 2. Like, I don't think there's any other option there. Is sewering a relationship a real term? I don't know, actually. Because I notice I do use the word sewering a lot. I don't know if that's a real term. I do that a lot. There's a lot of like phrases that I like use, like assuming it actually means something, but it probably doesn't. What was the other? There was one a while back that I ended up finally correcting myself on. But by sewering a relation, I mean like it like sinks, like, ow, it ruins a relationship. But again, that's like amongst all the winners, though. Again, this is a ranking amongst just this one specific cast. And when it's a cast where, like, essentially the entire cast was just playing to the favor of Boss Rob and Amber, it's like, what, like, where do you, like, where else would you rank her? To be honest, I probably do mean souring. Is probably what I do actually mean, but I just keep on saying sewering. Hey, what was the other phrase? There was definitely another phrase that it was like the same thing. Can I really not attack anybody? That's actually really stupid. Okay. Well. How's you channel, which includes Quebec and trades Quebec with English subs. Oh yeah, palatable. That is what it is. Yes, because I used to say platable. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, this one's further caught up than the drive that I've been using. So. Let's save this link. Fuck me, dude. I have like fucking 10 episodes to get caught up on, though.
Time to raise the curtain.
So clear, Ricker and Scissor, we're winning. Yeah. I'm too for a second, I did actually think during the finale that, like, maybe they don't win. Maybe they are, like, being this, like, team that just falls short. Not in the final leg, but, like, when they were obviously struggling with the, that one task, the what was it called? Sun surfing, wind surfing, it's wind surfing, right? Either way, with that task, like that was the point where I was like, oh, maybe they do lose here, but no, they still win. Congrats, Kenzie, for winning for 46 because Victoria being Victoria. Sure. Wait, how the fuck did he? Okay, I didn't realize he was so low on health. I did not watch Quebec. Or fuck, it's Traders Quebec. Oh, fuck me. Are you serious? Okay, that's so stupid. Yeah, I did see that. Because again, I keep a spreadsheet of all the Amazing Race, like averages and stuff. And yeah, of any season that I've watched, at least, they have the highest average by like 0.01. And yeah, they also have the highest like average like percentage, like in terms of like, I don't know, yeah, like I keep that stat of like where they landed amongst all the other teams, like the percentage of that, to which they have the highest of that by like a lot. So good on them. Except for Amnesia, Traders Quebec. I generally do not even remember what happened last episode. Or actually, no, it's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah, it's still the last one that I watched is still the one where like MJ almost got voted out and everything. How many people in Days do I expect to be on Australia versus? I'm probably, if it's shorter, I would say probably 30. I don't know, probably between 30 and 39 days, I would say. And then people probably around 20 at that point, if that is the case. I did see that Boss Rob Ray said that he's not going to do it fast, so that's something. I'm not gonna just out of the blue rank the 5th placers at this point. Maybe later in stream I would do that, but not right now. Where's 46 new era ranking? Probably 3rd. Maybe like. Is it better? Like this or 41? I think it's a bit tough. But I think 45 is still number 1 by like a good chunk.
With this. Not done yet.
Let's see. Okay, I should move here for 1. 45 is very consistent. Yeah, 45 is like probably like just in terms of consistency, probably like one of the most consistent seasons of all time. Like I don't think there's like that terrible of an episode. Like I guess like the Kendra boot would probably be the worst episode there, but like I feel like every episode like had like something there. And yeah, 46 is like one of the least consistent. It's like probably one of the biggest dichotomies between pre-merge and post-merge. Where like I think the only like good pre-merge episode is episode 1. Well, post-merge, I think outside of Mergatory, every post-merge episode's been good. Banu Jack pre-merge. Kind of. I mean, like, I don't know if it's necessarily Banu. Like, Banu himself, I should say. Obviously, like, I think him being there and him, like having to survive an extra episode than he did, and the fact that there was, like, again, longer episodes and almost nothing to really show for it. I think that's the biggest, like, damning thing there outside of, like, not, like, the fact that, like, just Banu was there and got a lot of content.